What's going on, beautiful kings and queens, gods and goddesses? Keeping West DC with you here today. And you know we got to start it off with the PLH. Peace, love, and happiness with you all day, every day. And I definitely gotta say, I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all so beautiful. But today we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of living an organic life. I've been shopping organic for about a year now, about a year, and there's definitely some pros, but we're gonna talk about the cons first. And I would definitely have to say that the number one con to shopping organic, to being organic, to eating an organic vegan lifestyle. Shout out to all those doing the 7-day vegan challenge or just vegans in general, having a vegetable based diet. And if you're not doing it, I definitely do promote it. But the cons to living an organic lifestyle is the number one con is just the fact that it's expensive. It's a little bit more expensive. Like when you go to get any of your produce, whatever the case may be, you paying a little bit more money. It definitely it's a pocket. It could be a pocket pincher depending on how much you eat, how many people you're shopping for. For me, I'm only shopping for myself, but I can still say that it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a lot more rewarding than just eating the crap that they put in foods. Another con would be just the fact that actually there is no other con. What am I talking about? Let's get to the pros. Living an organic lifestyle, let's do it. Number one, you avoid all the chemicals that they put in foods. And not on top of living an organic lifestyle, a non-GMO lifestyle. That's also important. They're definitely different. The difference is when you're eating organic, it's just grown from the soil. There's no pesticides going on that are put onto the food. GMO, if you don't already know, stands for genetically modified organisms, which in turn means that basically the food is not its original state. So if a banana, I've tasted the difference when it comes to GMOs or inorganic food, because one time, and I realized the difference but probably about a year ago when I had two bananas. Somebody had given me a banana that was just regular big chain supermarket, and then I had an organic banana. I ate them and I had the non-organic banana, but it tasted weird. It tasted really weird. And then I had my organic banana, and it tasted so much better. It tasted so much sweet. It tasted so much sweeter. Tasted like I was actually eating something from the earth, something healthy. I was eating something healthy, something that needed to be in my body. And I was like, okay, I'll definitely never go back to eating non-organic produce. Like that's definitely not going to happen because it tastes so much different. And that's because it has to do with, of course, it has to do with the pesticides, because they don't want the crops to be eaten. They need the produce to be able to withstand long travels from commuting to wherever they're getting the food from to the market. So it's definitely completely understandable. But when we get into the non-GMOs, it's a different genetic structure. It's a synthetic structure. It's not really natural. It's not a natural structure for the produce or for the food, period. So that's another reason why I went organic, and I feel so much better. I'm not putting chemicals inside my body where it takes time to build build up. Well, actually, just get rid of them because they've been harbored inside your body for so long. A lot of people, they go through life ingesting these chemicals, and then they wonder why they feel terrible. And it's because those chemicals are slowly changing your genetic structure. Your body has to continuously try to break them down. If we're not giving our body a chance to actually get rid of them, i.e. fasting. Fasting is very important. That's a different video, but make sure y'all fast also. But if we're not giving our bodies a chance to rejuvenate and to heal itself, then those chemicals stay in our body. If we're not putting in the right nutrients to also help clean our bodies out, where those chemicals just sit in our bodies, cause an acid environment for bacteria, viruses, external fungi that don't belong in our system to develop. And then it causes us to get sick and have diseases. And then on the long-term scale, we sit there and suffer, and then we end up having to take a whole bunch of pills that one pill is for whatever ailment that you have, and then another pill is to cancel out the side effects of the one pill, blase, blase, blase. You get where I'm going. But that's one pro. Also, feeling a whole lot better. I realized that getting onto not just a plant-based diet, but also an organic diet, you feel better, you think better, you move. I realized that my energy is a whole lot better. I know when I wasn't doing it, I was a little drained. It felt like something was taking my energy. And now I just feel like I just got so much energy. Now I've programmed myself to not do the non-organic. At this point, I can't have non-organic produce. Like it's not a thing. I can't even reprogram myself to even want to have a desire to go buy non-organic produce, even though it's less costly. I'd rather be putting the good stuff into my body, feeling better, being able to think better, being able to not suffer from hunger and just have to deal with malnutrition in the case that I do have to. And just be able to give off this love energy, these great vibes that I'm giving to you and that I give to the people that I come across every day. And it feels great. And the way that I've been able to manipulate my life so that way I can make it affordable is not to buy so much at one time. Because what ends up happening is we buy so much and we don't eat it. I fell into that trap many times. And at this point, I'm like, all right, well, let me buy really what's in season. That's another conversation, but let me buy what's in season. When I started to buy what's in season, I was able to regulate my costs. I was able to purchase more efficiently and be able to not have to feel like I gotta buy so much just because I want it, just because my taste, because I'm craving something. And I'm not saying that you have to do it, but it helps cut the cost down. Whereas if you're just buying out of season, your cost of groceries is going to increase because you're buying more. But that's just a tip. That's just something. That's just the way that I live my life. And I've only done it just because I want to get more in tune with nature. But living an organic lifestyle, I definitely have to say it has worked wonders. It's worked great things for me. I've met so many great people who are doing wonderful things and giving off wonderful energy. Whether they're living an organic lifestyle or not, it doesn't matter. But I've been able to heighten my frequency, elevate my mind, and elevate my consciousness so that way I can attract those type of people who are giving off the same energy that I'm giving off on an everyday basis. I may be tired, I may be sleepy, but when I come across those people who, because I've shaped my reality so that way I may encounter more light spirited people, people who are doing great things, giving off wonderful energy. They give me the energy I need so that way I can keep pushing and I can do what I gotta do. And that just came with me living an organic lifestyle and actually loving myself more than just enough to be like, I'm not putting this trash in my body. I've even talked to my friends and they're becoming more conscious about what's going on, what they're putting into their body, and they're like, one day I'm gonna be like you. But until then, I'm just going to sit here and I'm gonna talk about how much trash I've been putting into my body. I've realized that eating all this processed food, all these GMOs, all these pesticides and herbicides, all this stuff that they put onto our food, I've been eating it, and I can feel that it's been eating at my body. But I'm always encouraging people to do better. I love to. The only reason why I encourage it is because I see the results, and not only do I see the results from other people, I feel the results. I see the results in the way that I move, the way that I think. I care more about not just myself, but about other people, just because, as I always say, as within, so without. The energy that you put out is the energy that you have within. It's just like your reality is just like looking at yourself in the mirror. And so therefore, that's why I had to shape my mind, program my mind to get on to just eating organic product. Because at the end of the day, I know that it's the real thing. It's not going to harm my body, and the only harm that I can do to my body is literally just by overeating. So there it is. Some of the pros and some of the cons. If you have any more pros and cons, definitely feel free to comment on this video, because I mean, those are just some that just came to my mind within this short period of time, and I love talking about this stuff. But if you definitely have more pros and cons to having an organic lifestyle, definitely feel free to comment. I love this is an interaction. I want this to be an interaction. This is a transfer of energy. I'm giving my energy to you, and I hope that you give your energy back to me. So, as always, we're going to close out with the PLH. Peace, love, and happiness all day, every day. Kimu SDC with you. You in particular, you lovely, beautiful God or goddess or king or queen, whoever you are. Peace. I love y'all so much. Woo!